I hope you survive, bro.
Today, we are reading a sort of fanfiction, and it's from Dird's comment. This was originally part of the voice acting comments video, but I decided, hey, since this one is long, it deserves its own upload, because, well, I find the story very intriguing. Okay, let's go begin. Coral fidgeted in a started-off corner of the lower casino area. She still wasn't 100% sure what she was meant to be doing there. She was sent to do whatever people think she's supposed to do, but no one has told her what it is. 3 separate entities has yelled at her before sending her off in another direction to be someone else's problem. Honestly, she would have left long ago if she wasn't contractually bound. Kicking her feet in misery, Coral glanced up to the entryway. She needed to find another higher-up to yell at her, since it seemed that was what they had decided she was supposed to be doing. After that, what good were all those managerial positions if they didn't have underlings to blow steam off at? It wasn't glamorous, but it was honest work. Cole just hoped the line of abuse wasn't too long before she could go home. She always hated motivational types assignments. They always wound her up in just the wrong way. Moving to take a step forward, she immediately froze. The white and red ENA from earlier, she was back, traversing the lower levels searching for some unknown purpose. Cole stayed still as a statue, hoping the lesser being wouldn't notice her before passing the side alley. Not that she had as much hate for ENAs as most others seemed to, although she could agree that they were annoying. No, she didn't just enjoy fraternizing with someone so chatty. Every word took precious energy, and creatures that fretted for hours on end with no consideration for the other's time. Deplorable, and it didn't have anything to do with the fact that she was a horribly anxious loser who couldn't use social grace to talk her way out of a paperback. Cole felt all her muscles slacken as the ENA walked by, only to tense again as their heads shriveled back in curiosity. She cursed her unlucky stars as the polygonal pitch woman slinked her way towards her dead end. Friend! How fortuitous to meet you once again in such a secluded location. What does that mean? I can't abide by onlookers attempting to swipe in on my amazing deals when I'm trying to focus on my favorite customer. Cole squirmed in mild discomfort. I'm your favorite customer? But I haven't bought anything from you. Everyone's my favorite customer, Loveless. It just depends on who's standing right in front of me. Cole squeaked at the sudden change of the manual. She knew ENAs were two-faced, sometimes even 3 or 4 faces, but the switch always caught her off guard. The amount of instability in their species seems unwise. But computer biochemistry had never been her strong suit in school. Regardless, most seemed to get by in one way or another, though she had seen a number of discarded mannequins at this star section. Apologies there, patron. ENA stared at her physically and emotionally softer side. I merely meant to imply that whoever's request is most pertinent holds the lion's share of my attention. She finished with a sweeping motion of arms moving up and back down. Coral understood the tactic. She didn't think the other would be so brazen by their honesty. A risky move depending on who it was played against. That or the ENA was stupid or didn't care. It was really hard to tell with their shifting emotions. Maybe that's what makes them such a good salesperson, she thought. Out of all the sales plays, Crazy wasn't a terrible one. Okay, that's fine. But I'm still on the clock. I'm sorry, but I don't have time for small talk. Please step aside. ENA shuffled slightly to block her path. But that's exactly why I'm here. I know a secret that can help increase your productivity by tenfold. Warning, Following suggested activity does not guarantee 10 times productivity. Cole cringed at the forced disclaimer. Despite the warning, her curiosity piqued. Even if it's only a double increase, it could still be a net gain. Might be worth a few minutes of ENA. But if I hear one mention of the pyramids, I'm out of here. Never again. Fine. What's your proposal? ENA flashed a wide smile at their potential new client. Finally, some sense out of this one. Now, valuable customer, have you ever heard about the wonders of stress relief? Like scented candles, yoga, and impulsive buying? Yes, all wise and valuable tools. But I was considering the application of something more physical. I don't get your meaning. Well, to put it bluntly, when you and I first laid eyes, one couldn't help notice how ill at ease you seemed. Printer ink was practically sweating out of your pores. It almost made me wish I could help alleviate some of that tension. Alas, we parted ways. Such is life. Ain't I look forlornly, only to refocus her attention with a delighted expression. Do I have dyslexia? But after my most recent post-dev experience, who do I find lacking in some overtime? My most recent business compatriot. Cole did not bother to correct them on the level of intimacy in their relationship. ENA barreled on, too into her pitch to notice any mild irritation coming off the other. So I thought I'd offer her my most exclusive explicit wares, namely, me. Cole gawked at the ENA. She was at least 98% sure of what she had said, but she needed to get confirmation. Okay. Just to be perfectly transparent, this proposal is sort of a sexual nature. I'm asking if you want to bone, bozo. I can see you straightening out of those too tight pants with barely a glance. How do you walk around in those all day? Cobble's parched white skin went a shade whiter at the thought that any of the other entities in this casino gateway could see her straining. She was pretty sure ENA was exaggerating, most likely to get a raise out of her. Sales tactic number 43. Heightened blood pressure gives a 50% chance of a doubled rise in sales success. She wished she knew less about business to not see through her smile so easily. It irked her that the tactics seemed to be working regardless of her knowledge. Is this all supposed to be for my benefit or yours? ENA looked scandalized. The very accusation. Why? Whether or not I end up getting any enjoyment from the activity is merely a bonus in the grand scheme of pleasing the customer. I am sure this is very much a one-time deal for no one other than you. She emphasized with a pointed poke at the other's chest. Cole still seemed unconvinced. Look, I won't lie and say I don't want this, but is that really gonna make a difference for how it feels for you? She had a point. Cole rubbed her hand on her cheek in agitation, unsure if she should consider delving into potentially dangerous territory. ENA impassively observed the display, unperturbed. If you harbor some discomfort at the parts I'm equipped with, worry not. I can switch them out with any variety you desire. My last partner asked for the typical AFAB design, but I can change if requested. Cole's mouth dried up with her inhibitions. No, that's okay. Good! Changing's a pain. Does this mean you've accepted the proposal? I'll need your signature in triplicate preceding events. Sure, yeah, whatever, after. She turned them up. No longer caring about productivity increases or possibility for growth. Cole felt the tightness in her pants. Oh my god, sorry. Cole felt the tightness in her pants for the first time since they had been mentioned earlier. It seems certain conditions made ENA's flattering response truthful, namely, the thought of getting laid. Hold on. It seems certain conditions made ENA's flattering dance truthful, namely, the thought of getting laid for the first time in a long time. Ina nodded her head at the weak affirmation. She closed in, trapping Cole in a corner. The end. Ah! Oh my god! Is that like a cliffhanger? Oh my god. Bro! What do you mean in a corner? Oh hell no. Don't tell me she hitting that pause. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why did it end in a cliffhanger? I want more. Oh my god, that took so long. So anyways, yeah, I read all of this. I'm very intrigued with the story. Hey, if you ever need a voice actor, contact me. I don't know, I have a Discord, yeah. Bye!